It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Divas That Care. My name is Candace Gish. Well, I'm so excited about today's program. We're going to be interviewing an amazing woman that welcome you to the Diva family, so I'm really excited about that. If this is your very first time tuning into the Divas That Care, a huge welcome. February will actually be our 12th season, and we're so excited about that. We have so many great things that are going to be taking place. All right, as I said, today we have a brand new diva that we're going to be welcoming to the Divas That Care. She's an extraordinary woman that I had the opportunity to chat with, brand new platform, and she's going to be talking about all that to us. All right, so our guest today is Shelly Taylor. Shelly, welcome to the Divas.
Thank you, Candace. I'm happy to be here.
Well, I'm really happy to have you also, and we're going to be talking about an amazing social media platform that is brand new, and a lot of people are going to be really excited about that. But before we dive into that, would you mind, Shelly, introducing yourself to our listeners today?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I've been in education for 29 years, teaching physical education and health, and then coaching basketball and track. You know, and I joke around that I only teach, running and sit-ups and push-ups. But, in PE, I actually have an avenue where I can connect PE to real things in life. And so kind of this year that I've started is a theme of talking to my kids about being a good teammate and how it will help you learn to work with others, and not only in the games that we play, but in our classrooms with our teachers and our classmates. And I also challenge them at home to be a good teammate. And then I even take it even further. Like one day you'll be in a workplace, and I explain to them and say, hey, you're going to have a job that you're going to have to buy stuff you need and want. And to keep that job, you got to work with others. So, there's that side of my profession. And then, teaching and coaching it's rewarding, but then at times, it can be lonely and difficult. I know as a coach, I have a huge passion for coaching basketball, and many times after a game, I would, kind of beat myself up thinking, what could I have done better to be a better coach, and, make some different changes. And it never seemed to fail that something would always happen, like a conversation with a parent saying how much their daughter loved playing for me, or even having a conversation with a player that just wanted to talk to coach or just wanted some advice. And, that's when I realized I'm in the profession that I need to be in. And I'm one of those lucky ones that I got in it right after college, and I've been able to be in something that I truly love and have a passion for. And I realized that I am able to make an impact and a difference in these young individuals that I teach and coach. And, basically that's the reason why I teach and coach. So
I love it. Well, thank you so much for everything that you're doing. You're inspiring so many young minds, and that's exactly what we need in this world today is amazing people like yourself that can help the next generation.
Yes, I truly know this is my path. I really do. And, and then I even, after being in education for 27 years, I had this thought of maybe I need to go get my master's. And then I'm thinking, okay, maybe I will. And I guess the main reason why I even thought, I know this is kind of funny, but the main reason I thought about getting my master's at the age of 50 was I wanted a raise, and I really didn't. I'll get my master's, I'll get my raise, I won't use it, or anything like that. And anyway, I graduated this past December in 2020, and it's been awesome. Nothing but great things that's happened. So.
Well, and it led you to do some other amazing things outside of school. And we're going to be talking about that today because I find that quite fascinating. When you had mentioned that you're a part of a new platform, a social media platform out there called Zortt. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, gosh, there's a lot about it. How I got into this was just, it's just one of those life things that you choose a path, and I did. And I'm so glad I accepted that I accepted an internship for Zortt. And I've been working for them for about 9 months now. And, I've been able to be a crucial part of making, positive changes on our platform. And so, it makes me smile to know that I have the opportunity now to, impact thousands and millions of people and share my passion with Zortt. And, Zort's, it's a whole virtual community. It's something that's never been done before. And I think that's a lot of that's what intrigues me. And you hear a lot of people talk about, they're not happy with this platform or not happy with that one. And they have frustrations because they don't know how to use the platform. And so my name in Zortt is Pioneer Coach. And my role is to make sure that our platform is as user-friendly. And I'm able to take that passion that I've had with teaching and coaching and carry it over into Zortt. And so as a Pioneer Coach, I create short video clips for hands-on. It guides the users through different particular features. I've created MP3s to show them different things about each feature and virtual tours. So there's a lot going on. And, it's a place where you can just be yourself. Freedom of speech is very welcome. And we are so happy that we have this platform out there, Zortt.com.
Well, I love that. Why did you decide to do social media platforms? Probably people are thinking, well, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's other types of social media out there. Why join something like this?
This one's a totally different deal. I'm the type of person, I don't just jump into something. I've been too busy coaching and teaching, and so I just don't jump into anything. But when I first talked to the founder and CEO, Tim Pennington, about Zortt, I realized that it's a safe and secure virtual community, and it's a neutral and unbiased platform, like I said, that allows free speech. We have different unique features, like we sort and zoom to quickly navigate through our chatter by setting up filters of what you want to see and censor what you don't want to see. So there's a lot of different unique things that we have, and it's not only a social media platform, it's much more than that.
I love that. And is Zortt free? Can anybody join Zortt?
Absolutely. Anybody can join Zortt, and we would love to have anybody and everybody. All you have to do is create a free account on Zortt.com, and it's as easy as that.
So what makes Zortt different than all the other ones?
Okay, so not only is it the social media platform, but you also have a marketplace. You have a wallet. You have we call it Zmail, without spam or junk mail. We have blogging. We have groups. We have live chat with direct messaging and chat rooms and video conferencing and like your own media center. So it's a whole virtual community, and it's just, I can't wait I get excited about sharing my passion about it, because it was something the day I accepted my internship, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to work for this platform, and I take a lot of pride in being the Pioneer Coach there.
I think that's really cool. And to be able to talk to somebody like yourself that is doing these videos like you're really helping people navigate this system, because I think that's the whole key, is that if you have an understanding on how something works, making it simple is so much better. And I really like how you're talking about it's kind of like an all-in-one. So you don't need to have email outside of the system. You can have an email within the system, and it will still send out outside emails also.
Right. And here's the deal. We have like 12 different features in Zortt, but, we have users that just use 2 or 3 different things, or they may use, the majority of the things. It's up to the user, whatever they want. And that's what we're so happy about and so excited about, is you make it your own. You make it your virtual community.
Isn't that neat? Do you think it's really important to have a platform like this nowadays? And do you think Zortt is going to be like a positive influence on all that?
Absolutely, I do. Zortt is very, very secure. We take pride in that. That's something that's very, very important to us. I know that I hear a lot of people say, a post got rejected or taken off of a platform or something like that. That's not going to happen in Zortt. When we say free speech, that's what we mean. And a lot of people have a lot of things they want to talk about, and they want to talk about different topics that some platforms won't allow you to talk about. So we feel like it's absolutely the choice that we really feel like it's going to be something that a lot of people see it and get into it. They're going to really love it.
I think it's really exciting, and I'm really excited because we at the Divas That Care we're going to be doing a lot of stuff on Zortt, because I think it's a really amazing platform that we want to share, and we want to be able to get out there and promote our stuff also.
Yeah, hey, we are very excited. We'd love to have Divas That Care Network. We're excited about that. Just let your users know that, or your followers, that Pioneer Coach will always be there for them if they have any questions. I'm always available, and I'm bound and determined to make sure that everybody has the best experience ever. That's my goal as Pioneer Coach.
Well, I love it, Shelley. I think what you're doing is amazing. I think that our listeners are going to love being a part of that, because it's a platform that anybody in the world can use. And with our listeners being global, we're really excited because you are a global platform.
Absolutely, we are, and that's another thing, not all platforms are like that, and so we welcome everyone. We're all one, and that's what we are at Zortt.
So, Shelley, do you have maybe some tip tools or things that you want to share with our listeners?
Okay, well, I try to be as positive as possible. So as far as tips and things like that, I have these little sayings that I always remind myself of. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. I know here in teaching and coaching, we've been really trying to stress the fact that look for the positive, don't look for the negative. And I think that's been huge and has really helped me as a teacher and coach. We, as a teacher and coach, we tend to kind of look for those negative things. And what we need to do is we need to start looking more for the positive things. So I think those are a couple tips I think we could use in daily life.
I think that's an amazing tip, and it's wonderful to share that with our listeners today. Shelley, how can our listeners get a hold of you if they're wanting to connect with you?
All they have to do is they can either create an account at Zortt.com, and then they can automatically they're going to get a little email and a message from Pioneer Coach and inviting them to Zortt. You can also contact me. I have my own Zortt unique friend link, and it's Zortt, ZORT.com/U/640. And then you can also find me at Twitter at love2run Shelley.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Shelley. This was wonderful. I'm so excited. I'm excited to chat with you today, but I'm excited to learn about this new Zortt social media platform. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited because we'll be able to connect on that platform also.
Yes. Hey, by the way, we're excited about that you're going to be a guest speaker at Zortt's New Year's Bash, and that's going to be February the 22nd of 2022 to celebrate our first year in Zortt.
Excellent, and I'll be sharing that with all of our listeners on our social media platform. We'll share a link on that also. Again, Shelley, thank you so much for being my amazing guest today. Welcome to the Divas family. We're so excited that you're a part of this, and we look forward to chatting with you in the future.
All right. Thank you, Candace. I really appreciate the opportunity to share my passion. Thank you.
Oh, my gosh, you're welcome. And to all of our listeners, I was so excited when Shelley decided to be a guest on the Divas today. There's this amazing platform out there, Zortt, and we're so excited to be sharing that with all of you guys. We're going to be posting some links in our newsletter coming up here and on all of our social media, because we want you guys to check this out. And I love everything that they're doing with this program. And I think a lot of you are going to love it too. So thank you again to Shelley. Thank you to all of our listeners. And I hope that everybody does something kind today. Until next time.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, And of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.